I just wanted to make an update video. It's been a while since I posted anything, and so I just wanted to kind of check back in and make sure everybody knew I didn't fall off the bandwagon or anything. This last week has been just more success. I didn't like the first week. In one of my previous videos, we saw that I think it was my last video, that I lost 7 pounds that first week. I'm sure a lot of that was water weight. The second week wasn't as much, and I kind of expected that because I knew about, water weight being the initial weight that it's lost. So this last week, I lost an additional 2 pounds, but that also equated to a belt notch. And so, yeah, I'm down from 36 waist to a 34, and it's a comfortable 34. Like it's not a tight fit 34. It's actually a very comfortable fit 34. So that's exciting. Yeah, and so the journey's going good. I went away for the weekend, and that kind of ties into something I wanted to bring up that I think would be my suggestion for everybody. But you go away for a weekend, and sometimes it's difficult to stay on the diet that you want and eat the foods that you want because you just don't have your fridge and you don't have your pantry available, and you're kind of working out of a different box. So but it was successful for me. I was able to, there are the out to eat food choices that you can make, and they may add some carbs over what you would make at home, but you'll be okay. You'll be all right. What's cool is Chipotle on their website, they have a breakdown of every item on the menu, sour cream, cheese, all that, and with nutritional facts about that, so you can see the carbs and everything. Their guacamole has about 8 grams of carbs, and I'm not sure what. I'm guessing that's the cup size, the little cup size that they have. Not a cup in measurement, but their little plastic cup. 8 grams of carbs. The sour cream has an expected 2 grams of carbs. So you can get some carbs going that way, but for the most part, it's the lettuce bowl or salad. Lettuce with some barbacoa and chicken. That's my choice anyway. And then some sour cream, or maybe just some cheese, and some guacamole on top. Anyway, but one of the things I wanted to bring up was this sweet tooth thing that I see people posting all these recipes for desserts that are keto-friendly desserts, and they've got all these very impressive and unique and very crafty ways of making a keto-friendly dessert. My problem with that is that it allows the sweet tooth to abide, and my own efforts and my own intentions are to completely eliminate the sweet tooth. There's, I think I kind of define a difference between an urge and a craving. And I think that when people allow themselves to have a even keto-friendly dessert, what they're actually doing is allowing that sweet tooth craving to abide, and they satisfy a craving. An urge is a different thing. You can satisfy the urge with an occasional apple, something like that. Get yourself a Granny Smith apple, and it's not as sweet, got more of that sour in it. And eat that for your sweet tooth urge, and that'll satisfy an urge. But craving, that's something else. That's something in the brain. It's what a lot of people that have experienced drug addictions go through when they are coming off of a drug addiction. A lot of those people end up getting into a very heavy sugar diet, they have lots of sugar in their diet, because if you've done any research, you'll know that, oh man, look at some of the sun out of my face. You'll see that sugar actually hits the same part of the brain, affects the same part of the brain that addictive drugs do. So how about we don't satisfy the sweet tooth? How about we don't allow that part of the brain to continue to dominate personality and dominate choices, even if you change the choice into a keto friendly thing. My thing is that I don't want any addicting kind of addictive behavior to abide. So I'm eliminating that completely. Get control of your brain. You know, whenever we learn anything, synapse connections are being made, and the more you operate in that synapse, whatever impulse, or I don't know what the actual scientific terminology is, but the more you operate in that thought pattern, the stronger that synapse becomes. It's just like think of a city with roadways. If a city has a little road that's one lane, you know, in each direction, and then that city starts to grow, a town starts to grow into a city, and more traffic is going on, guess what the city's gonna do by demand to that road? They're gonna increase the size of that road to allow for the increased flow in traffic. It's the same thing that happens in your brain with the electric currents that are happening in the synapses. So the more you operate according into any learned behavior, the more you operate in that learned behavior, the stronger that connection becomes, and the more instinctual, the more instinctive that response becomes. So that, and it's a like kind of a basically a survival type of process that the brain does, so that you can make those subconscious choices quicker every time they come. So your reflex in whatever that area of learning is faster each time, and it becomes something you don't even think about. It's kind of like driving is for most people. The older, the more you've done it, the more you can do it without much attention given to it, because it's become all of the motor functions involved and sensory inputs involved in driving have become so instinctive that you just do it. The same thing happens with other learned patterns, and so is the case with the sweet tooth. So if you keep allowing yourself to satisfy that, you'll never defeat it. And my goal for myself, and I think anyone's goal should be, when battling the urges in this dietary change, this life change for the positive, I think everybody should be kicking that sweet tooth. Let's stop looking for alternatives. Now, I'm not saying that you throw the recipes out. I think it's probably a great idea to keep it around for the few and very far between occasions that you do something like that. Maybe a date night thing, that you're doing something special, and you kind of want more of a full, you don't want to just have some broccoli and asparagus and some meat. You want to do something more, and that's completely understandable. But that doesn't allow for that craving to become some established stronghold in your life. And you want to get rid of that because of those times, like I have just gone away for this last weekend, for those times where your diet pantry is not available to you. When that's not available to you, and you're eating, and then you get that craving, what are you going to do to satisfy it? Many people will do nothing to satisfy it. But there are others where that craving will get the better of you, and you will experience a failure in your diet regimen and journey, and that's not a fun feeling. It's a depressing feeling. It's very defeating, and no one wants to go through that. So there's a real easy way to not go through it, and it's to develop different habits, healthy habits. So anyway, that's my little 2 cents on that. I hope everyone's doing good. I'm doing good. I'm feeling great. Subscribe to the channel if you want. I'm not really, I've been saying that in other videos, and I kind of feel like, because someone told me I should, but I just don't really want to have one of those kind of YouTube channels where it's like, you know, I'm trying to make some kind of business out of it. I'm not doing that. I'm doing this to document my own journey and to hopefully inspire and encourage others that are going through the same journey. And I really do want it to be a community, but you know, I want it to be like a legit community, not just some subscribe thing so that YouTube will start paying me for. I don't care about that. Anyway, I just hope that these are encouraging videos and inspiring. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. This is Monday, so we got a whole week ahead of us to knuckle down and get through, and whatever troubles and hardships you may be facing this week with work or family things, I hope that you find encouragement in the Spirit of God for those things, and just knuckle through the week. And maybe it's a really awesome week for you, exciting things happening, and that's awesome, and you know, praise God for that. But definitely remember others in your high points. Remember others who may be going through something hard, and send up a prayer for them. And then those of us who are going through hard times, remember that others are going through hard times too. And so you know, we all need to be praying for each other and encouraging each other. So anyway, God bless you guys. Have a great week. I hope it's awesome. Thanks. Bye.